Alright, so in this video, I'll be sharing the ultimate competitive settings for maximizing your gaming experience in the finals. So if you find this video helpful in any way, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video and even subscribe for more content like this. I hope these tips help as much as they did for me. Now let's get right into it. Starting off in the gameplay tab, make sure to enable use enemy team colors for easy team differentiation. Hide player names can be left off as it's not crucial. Set your preferred region according to your location. For crossplay, I recommend keeping it turned on. Moving to crosshair settings, I prefer a width and outline width of 1, with a red value turned down for a distinct cyan blue color. Alternatively, green works well too. Keep the red, green, and blue outline values at 0 for black outlines. Turn on center dot with a radius slightly decreased for better aiming visibility and 100% opacity. Skipping the controller tab, let's focus on video settings. Always keep window mode on full screen for minimal input delay. I've been enjoying stretch and resolutions lately. My current favorite is 1728 by 1080 for improved FPS and larger hitbox appearance. Other good options include 1600 by 1080 and 1440 by 1080 for varying levels of stretch. Disable VSync to eliminate extra input lag. As for NVIDIA Reflex, I recommend testing it on and off to see which option yields better FPS for your specific hardware. For resolution scaling, either stick with TAA at 100% or opt for AMD FSR2 at quality. While FSR offers sharper visuals, TAA provides slightly better FPS at the cost of some clarity. Avoid using video DLSS and Intel XS as they introduce noticeable blur and ghosting, making it harder to spot and track players. Experiment with these settings to find the perfect balance between performance and visual clarity for your gaming setup. Currently, I'm delving into the configuration files to explore ways to completely deactivate anti-aliasing and upscaling. If I uncover a solution, I'll create a dedicated video covering it for graphics field. In the graphics section, maximize the view for maximum visual information intake. Disable motion blur and lens distortion to keep visuals crisp and clear. Set NVIDIA R tracing to static. For view distance, keeping it on low saves FPS without affecting player render distance, mainly impacting objects in foliage like trees. Keep anti-aliasing at low setting, as higher settings offer minimal visual clarity improvements with negligible FPS impact. Set shadows to low to maintain visibility while saving FPS. Post-processing should also stay on low for optimal visibility. Texture can be raised without a significant performance. Hit with medium, providing decent texture quality. Effects should remain on low for improved visibility and FPS conservation. For foliage, low settings suffice as difference in performance were noticeable. Keep global illumination resolutions on low for optimal performance. In the audio lab, set master volume to 100 and adjust music volume according to preference. Sound effects volume should be at max for full immersion. Dialogue volume can be slightly reduced to avoid distraction while still retaining useful in-game information. Output mode should be set to stereo and night mode can remain off for most situations. Disable subtitles unless necessary, keeping text size smalls with 0 background opacity. For voice chat users, enable voice chat for all and choose a preferred mode. Example, push to talk. Configure voice chat input and output devices according to your setup, adjusting output volume as needed. Let's navigate to the accessibility tab. Personally, I prefer playing with the Tropea color mode, a choice I make across many games for its vibrant palette. However, this is purely subjective, and the default options are perfectly adequate. Just like in the previous tab, ensure subtitles and motion blur are turned off for optimal gameplay clarity. Moving on to the mouse and keyboard settings, let's discuss sensitivity. Currently, I'm playing at 1600 dpi with a sensitivity of 16, roughly translating to 35 cm per 360. This falls within a medium range that suits many players. For those on 800 dpi, sensitivities between 26 to 44 are recommended. And for 1600 dpi, 13 to 22 is optimal. Going outside of these ranges may affect your ability to keep up with the game's fast-paced movements. For mouse zoom sensitivity multiplier, it's advisable to keep it at 100 for now until separate scope sensitivities are implemented. As for mouse input vertical, it doesn't significantly impact gameplay, so it can be left off. Most of my keybinds remain default, with jump and interact bound to the scroll wheel for convenience. Toggle shift is essential for consistent sprinting, and I prefer crouch on hold for better control. Additionally, I use adds on hold for smoother aiming. Other keybinds are mostly personal preference. Now let's discuss some extra tweaks to enhance performance and visibility in the game. If you find the force anti-aliasing too blurry, I have a quick tip for you. Download and run the sharpen RGE file provided in the description to enable display scaled image sharpening, which can offset the blurriness caused by anti-aliasing. Additionally, adjust properties for DISCOVERY.EXE in Steam to disable full screen optimization and override high DPI scaling behavior for smoother performance. Finally, enable raw mouse input in the config files by navigating to the engine.ini files and adding the option bEnableMouseSmoothing equals false. Save the changes and you're good to go. I hope these settings and tweaks help you improve your gaming experience. If you've found them useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Stay tuned for more videos on this channel. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day. Peace out.